You good over there?
Yeah.
I'm good over
Oh
here.
shoot. Okay, hold up, mama. No, wrong way.
Look at us. We got the pub. We're in brand new
Okay.
situations for this week.
All right. And we're
We're
live
here
already.
and we are live. Live and getting our lives together. The way I have this propped up, I wanted to dance, but I'm like, this might fall. Let me relax. Ready to Love, the after discussion with Jaimi and Gus, episode 7. This is season 5. That's what friends are for, is the name of the episode. So we're about to dive in and talk about it.
She's trying to get her camera time. Thought you didn't
I
like the
love
camera too
it.
much.
What's baby's name?
Mama, little mama,
Mama.
little
Mama.
mama.
Oh, well, she can't hear me because the earphones. Oh my God,
What's
Gus.
next
This
with
was a
you?
fun episode.
Yo, this had me turned up all the way. It was incredible.
First of all, if I was on this show, you already know you'd be my number one pick as a friend to show up here. Number one.
Yeah, and I would grill the fuck out of them.
I know. And I would trust you to do so. I'm like, whatever he says, I'd sit there quiet, like, as it goes. The next man who tries to talk to me, he don't know it yet, but he gonna have to go through you. It's that simple.
Bless his heart and his soul.
Bless his heart and soul, because it's gonna need to be with me anyway.
100%. So, the right one's going to be fully equipped to be able to handle all the artillery I'll be throwing at him. Samurai swords, ninja stars.
Ninja stars.
All of them.
I get visuals, so I'm seeing that.
Oh, yeah.
And machete.
Sick the puppies on them. All of it.
All of it. And I'm
she
here
doesn't
for
lick
it.
her. She does not stop.
Ooh, mama.
Oh, mama, please stop.
So let's talk about this show overall. Like, what did you think about them inviting in the dynamic of needing to go through friends and its importance in general when it comes to dating?
I think it's what needs to happen every single time someone dates somebody.
Yeah.
I think it's essential, especially when you bring in friends that are so close to them, like they seem to have been, family. They know that person really well. They're not afraid to say the wrong thing, and they're not afraid to ask the questions that you might be a little hesitant to ask because it might come off wrong, when you should be able to ask whatever you want, dealing with the right person, I think, at least. I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it. It was juicy. It was delicious. It was spicy. It was real. I don't think any friend group to me lacked anything, which was nice to see. I feel like the friends brought it. They brought it right.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah. I think so too. I think there was only one friend, and the only reason I think she didn't bring it is because maybe we didn't get as much airtime with her. But I was excited when Momine shared that her friend had been married for 24 years. So I was excited to see what she was going to extract from Dante and Walter. However, we never really got to see the juice of that. And she was just kind of like, oh, they were good looking. And I was like, good looking is not enough. But again, I feel like we just didn't get to see enough of their conversation with her. But otherwise, all of the friends, they did it. They did it well. And so we should just dive into that conversation. It started at the top of the show. I'm gonna just need Walter and Sabrina to go on and why don't y'all just go
get married,
date each other, go get married.
They make all the sense. I just want to pat ourselves on the back because we saw that from the jump. I have this little thing about me. I have this little thing where I can see this little like spiritual energy between two people that are meant to be together, and like wraps around and goes up into the universe.
Oh, I love that.
It's just what I can see when people are right for each other. And from the jump, when I saw them, I was like,
it's a vibe.
It's there. I saw the little spirals, all the above. I mean, look, I'm not trying to shoot myself in the foot or anything. We don't know how it ends. But I'd be really surprised if they don't end up together, and they're not still together to this day. They both are in the same emotional maturity level. You can tell he fits in with her friends.
Yes.
They saw him, he saw them, they had a good time. When they were sitting there, it was just like, is this your engagement party? I did notice her knee was crossed over away from him, but I think that's just her being a woman and still kind of having her protecting her heart a little bit.
Yeah, good one. I didn't catch the body language. I might want to go back and rewatch that because I know it has a lot to do with things. But the way he showed up for her, to me, watching, he felt safe. I didn't, have you ever had somebody around that you brought new into the group and been just a little on edge, like, oh, I hope they don't say something crazy? And he was very safe. Like her friends, like she said, are very evolved, very mature, very educated. And that can be intimidating for anyone, but he came in and held his own. His posture, his energy was strong, fun, funny. When homegirl tried to say something like, oh, are you just saying that? He was like we can do eye contact, we can do jokes, we can do a little bit of affection, it flowed, it fit. And when he first walked up the stairs and they were standing next to each other, I was like,
Yeah.
y'all look good together. Y'all look good. Like I just got you. Y'all look good together. I love it. I love that.
It's that situation where you see that couple walk in the room and you're like, oh,
who are they? What are they
that's
doing? How did they
love.
meet?
They
Yeah.
sparkle, they shine together. There's not one that stands out more than the other. They stand out so brightly because of the way they connect. That energy between them just bursts. They have it. They have that thing, you know?
Yeah. And those of you who are watching, chime in. What did you think about the chemistry between Walter, Sabrina, and her friends? What did you guys think about what was going on? I know you're fans of the show. If you're tuned in, I see you in there. So drop a comment if you like, and
Yeah.
let us know what you guys thought about the show, and let's talk about it. So we know that went well, and Sabrina had 2 dates. I have to be honest, I was a little bit surprised that she even picked Sean in the first place.
I'm
I
not.
didn't see that coming. Okay. Talk to
Well, you
me.
know why? TV.
Why? Oh,
TV
okay. Yeah.
purposes. Who
I
else was
always
he
want,
going to go
yeah.
on a date with?
Well, he
that's
didn't
why I
go with
love
Tasia. Why not Tasia?
that's why I love TV.
Yeah.
It's still going to make it, they still have a plot line to fill. They still have to make it juicy. They still have to
Right.
make it entertaining. It's entertainment.
Yeah.
It's the entertainment
Right.
industry.
Right.
So these little things happen. It's just like, I mean, think about it. We didn't see um, Walter and Sabrina this since the beginning until right now. So the fact that he was so adamant on like, this is my connection, we haven't seen that really much, but we
Yeah.
knew because that's what
Yes.
TV is, right? They have to keep
Right.
filling the show. So I
True.
wasn't expecting that because who else was he going to go with? And to see it made sense to me. It didn't when he's at first, like you're saying, but it made sense to me when she was like, he never even followed me, called up, or he never
There you go.
followed up and called me after our
There
date.
you go.
I was
There you
like,
go.
what? Because I was
I
really
don't
shocked at that.
understand. Yeah.
I think Sabrina's friends saw him very clearly, and
Oh,
I think they just, the way he reacted, he wasn't ready to hear it yet. It was very obvious that he's not ready to see that part of himself yet, and that's okay. I get it, and I'm gonna give him a little bit of slack because he's in the entertainment industry and he's an actor
mhm,
supposedly. I don't say
mhm.
supposedly to degrade him. I'm just saying supposedly because I don't know him.
Right.
Um, and us actors, we face rejection multiple times a day. So
Right.
I noticed for myself that I try to withhold just a little bit and caution myself in the way that I move so that I don't have to face more than I'm already facing to protect
Yeah.
myself a little bit. So I do
Yeah.
see maybe that was kind of what he was doing in some sense. But unfortunately, that's not enough. That's not good enough, especially for somebody like Sabrina, and
Oh,
especially for someone as old as he is, and especially her friend group, because her friends are legit. They reminded me of us. Like when I thought about
correct.
putting ourselves in a situation, I was like, Sabrina is the way that we would have. We would have that little
Absolutely.
fucking, that coven, that tribe, the witches and warlocks that are here to make sure you're not casting any spells because we gonna catch that and throw it the other way. Like it was, she has really good people in her life.
She
It's a
does.
reflection of who she is. You can tell that. You innately know that just by watching her move in general. And I bet you Walter has the same type of people in his life. And I think she probably will
Oh,
fit in so well with that group effortlessly and easily. Like she's a missing link, and I think he's probably that missing link to her as well.
mm,
I don't know how I
I
got off
love that.
subject, but we were
No, no,
talking
no,
about
that's
something else.
totally in
Sean.
subject. Sean, yes. No, 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 but
Hi, Miley.
she had 2 dates.
Just kidding. She's right back there.
Oh, you can see her back there. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see her back there. She's holding
I'm at
me
my
on.
sister's house. Yeah,
Mm.
little Boobaloo is back there.
I was thinking we should have
Um,
just done this together since we're both in SoCal, but I
I
was like,
thought
let's
about
just
it. I
do
was like, we should. It was just a lot. Yeah. Um, No, but since we're definitely talking about Sabrina and she had the 2 dates and there was a contrast, what I loved and what I had to clap about was Malik. There's nothing that I can't stand more than when somebody is asked a question, and I get it might have made Sean a little nervous, but you didn't answer it. You kind of went
Right.
around, and Malik was like, "Okay, I heard you, but wait. So what was that again?" So she said, "Why did you say in 2 or 3 months of it?" Because we Sabrina needed the answer, the friend group needed the answer, and when they asked, he didn't give a direct enough question. So I love that Malik circled back, like, "Oh, wait, let's go back to that." Yeah,
Eccomi, you didn't answer the question, okay?
hello. It's very important.
It's defining the way that someone's going to either be able to move forward, someone with your friend or not, someone that he obviously
Absolutely.
cares deeply about.
Deeply. They're friends. Like,
John didn't bring
you
it.
want the best for your friends. Oh, not at all. And then, you know,
He was
we
defeated
both,
right off the jump. He didn't know how to
when
handle
he,
that energy.
and then after Walter, it's just like, bruh, you got some big shoes to fill to be the, the afterthought. We're already sold on Walter, and you didn't come in and sell it. And, I have compassion for the entertainer. I'm in entertainment, have been. I have friends in entertainment like you, such as yourself, but I do see it's going to take a specific type of person to
Succeed
understand that
even.
about him. Well, yeah, because, when you're
that's
talking
a block
about
in his own world, I bet you, though. That's a block in his own progression moving forward, the way that he isn't able to really see the full picture and answer coherently and authentically and hear that question and see that in himself and say, yes, boom, 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 boom. At our age,
well, he's not ready.
He's not ready and he's not self-aware.
He's not ready.
And he's showing that he's not probably in his career yet either, and that this is a great opportunity for him to see that. This is a great opportunity for him to see there are moves and steps that need to be taken for him to really be ready in all areas of his life.
Yeah, and this is the thing. If you're going to be an artist, because you carry it very well, if you're going to be an artist, that's fine. And you can have somebody that sticks with that. But you're going to have to lead with the power of that ambition in a particular way. For him specifically, especially because he can't pay bills. The way it sounds, okay? Because, it's one thing to say... Yeah, like you're saying, you want kids, you want a family, you want a woman. I'm looking at Sabrina, I'm looking at her circle. She already has a child, blah, blah, blah. There are expectations that come with that, and that's fine. But again, for him to be, like you said, self-aware enough to understand his position, you would really have to, you got to upplay some of those other parts. Like, tell us about your artistry and your creativity 100%. And how long you've been in it and how you know you're gonna make it and how you gotta come with that purpose in it, because that's something you can work with
yourself.
Yes, you do.
That's
you do.
They can work with, and I don't mean sell yourself like a car salesman trying to sell you a 1584 Passat when you're trying to get a Lamborghini. That's not what I mean. I mean, really tell me the value of what you do, who you are, and why you do what you do.
Come on, and
once you know that about yourself, you're gonna move forward in life, in dating, in your career, in anything. And it's a great opportunity for him to see that, hopefully.
Yeah, I think that
I am not judging him at all.
No, not at all.
I am just speaking off of what I understand because I live the same way. I'm an artist. So I think these are the valuable tools that I've learned in life, and being in the industry for 30 years. It's taught me a lot about life as well.
Hello.
So,
come on. I'm right there with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's not ready to love. I'm glad that they came to that conclusion, but I think this did show him where he can polish up. And I actually hope I wish I could talk to him and tell him, like, because I understand.
I don't think he'd hear you.
You think within the combination of the show, because with the expectation, a man provides and protects, the provider part, I can see the insecurity with that, and he doesn't know how to answer. But I just want him to be stronger in, like you said, who he is. Stand on that and shine in that. Like, go off. Like, you're not less deserving because you can't pay a certain bill. But what can you do? What is your value? What is
He would be great for you to have on Cheek Speak. He would be great for you to have on a guest on one of your shows, so you can have these conversations, no doubt. So
yeah, because as a woman, I
reach out to
know.
Her.
Yeah, I would want to know how I can complement your life.
She ain't gonna put
Where
you
do
down.
I fit in?
Have real conversations, and she wants you to be able to see how you complement as well. Absolutely.
Because you deserve to be loved.
Holla.
Holla. What is it?
Holla.
sliding them
Holla.
DMs. Yeah. I would love to talk about that with him, but that was great. I think, and you know, one other thing before we move off Sabrina is I love how no matter how obvious and connected her and Walter are, she didn't do what Camille is doing with the Cornelius thing. Like he's my, she's been flowing and leaving
She's
room and
mature.
playing the game really well and open and available. I love it. I love to
Sorry,
see
these
that.
lines. She's a
No, it's
mature
okay.
adult. It shows. It speaks for volumes for itself, and we've seen that about her since the jump. And
Yeah.
it's really admirable to see somebody like her on TV. Look, I'm sure she's not perfect, and I'm sure she has her faults. She's already spoken about how, she's where she is because of what she's gone through in life.
And I
I love that
love that. That
representation.
touches me. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Because
likewise.
you want to be with somebody who's been through some things. You know, I was thinking about it the other day personally. Like sometimes I get down on what I've been through because I'm like, is it too much? Have I been too broken? Am I too, have there been too, but it's like, you know what? No, because I've persevered through a lot. And additionally, because of that, I'm equipped to handle certain things a certain way and there's more to it, so I love it's like don't throw the baby out with the bathwater type of the thing. Like even though she's been through so many things, I see the value in that and she carries that
Absolutely.
well. Yeah,
And she sees it, so she carries it with pride,
as she should.
as she should.
Go off, girl.
Sabrina, we love you. You know that.
Yes.
We do. We think you're great. I really hope her and Walter end up together. Hope they're together. Hope they're planning a future. Like they're so fucking cute. Okay, let's move on.
Let's move on.
We've
Who we
already
got?
talked about them. What now?
I know we're
Who's
like,
next?
but they were kind of the star of the show for me. I really just appreciated that. So who was next? It was
Can we just
oh
talk?
God.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say let's finish up with Sean, and then well, no, that's too late, isn't it? Okay, now let's go back
Yeah,
to
he's gone. We're good. We love him. We
well,
give
that's
him.
even him and Tasia though. Like even when they had that last date, she was like, "Why didn't you show up?" Like she gave him so many opportunities to lay it on the table, take accountability, and I see that
She
he
did.
tried. I see that he tried, but it was very clear that there needs to be more coming from him. That he's not ready, plain and simple. And
And
I
he said
do
that at the
think
end. Yeah.
I do feel like I think they should kind of reconvene in 6 months. Those two. I feel like they
Not
should
mad
touch
at that.
base again a little later in life, and just see if
Not
they're
mad at
if they
that.
can. Because I saw something in her eyes the way she looks at him. I know she understands the way he's moving as an entrepreneur. They want similar things. They look really fucking beautiful
They
together
do
as a
look cute together.
couple.
Yeah.
I would love for them to kind of reconnect if possible in the future. I kind of felt that might happen. That might
Yeah.
happen.
And then he said that he moves slow. And I
He
understand that.
does.
And for all of the reasons we talked about, I understand why. And I
Yeah.
get that this setting might not. And he was a newbie thrown in the middle. Like, I get it. That's tough.
It wasn't that new, but yes, I can't give him that much of a slide on the newbie thing. But yes,
Yeah, yeah. He didn't get to establish from the beginning. So it's like if you move slow and you had 4 less episodes than the rest, then I get it. I
but here's the
guess.
thing: who like? Let me just again use Walter and Sabrina as an example. They didn't have
Uh-huh.
to take time to establish themselves. They
It didn't
walked
take
in and
six
they were new because
episodes.
they knew who they were from the
Correct. You're
jump. And
right.
there's nothing wrong with you not knowing who you are. There's nothing wrong with
Or
you
not being
learning the
confident in
process.
that. Yeah.
We're all doing it. We're all figuring it out. We're just saying why the problem. It's to prove the point of that he's not ready. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. 6 months.
Um,
Let's check on these Instagrams and see if Tasia and him have had any communication. Maybe that sparked him to like pick up the phone. I don't know why he wouldn't, but maybe
I
he was so
that's
sold on Sabrina that he didn't put the effort.
no, he
I
wasn't
don't
even
know.
sold in Sabrina though. He made it clear in one of his little confessional situations that Sabrina wasn't right for him because of the kid situation. So I think
And
that's probably
we
why you were
watched him
surprised that they
waver.
100%.
Yeah.
And so it was just yeah, it was weird. Now that sun's trying to come back out. My bad.
No, it's all good. We're here for
I look like a
conversation.
Hellraiser. Love is this scary, people. Love is scary. Um, should we jump to that's off of my head is Sydney and
Frank.
Frank? You want to go there?
Yes, let's do Sydney and Frank. I really think Sydney is so cute. I really like her energy for some reason. I just like her. I don't know. She's
She's
sweet.
lighthearted.
Yeah, she's very, I feel like I could kick it with her. Like, I feel like we could go out and have fun and it'd be easy, and like we'd have a moment, be lit, have a good time, laugh, and she's, you know,
She's in the
and
right
so I
business,
guess
that's for sure.
correct. That's what I was gonna say, and that's why I could see her and Frank with that. I was not mad at her friend. I forgot what he called himself, but he said right. He was
Dallas,
like, "You was Dallas, yeah,
Dallas
right."
cracked my shit up.
He was on
He straight up
point.
was like, oh, he was a queen. Like
Yeah,
he was the definition of a queen. He had, what did he say? He had to use
he was like,
such
"You were
a
giving
dramatic.
pageant." Yes,
He had to use the biggest dramatic word too, though. He was like that disintegrated your last relate, whatever it was, devastated or
yeah,
demise. What was
yeah.
the
What was the
demise of your last
demise of your? But that
relationship?
is a great question.
But
I need
demise,
to know.
the drama of demise. It could have been like, what? So how did the last situation work? The demise. He was just everything he said was so extra and
I
dramatic.
love.
It was cracking
Yes,
me up.
yes,
And yes, 100%. Those were pageant answers.
they
Here's the thing:
were.
he is in that business to only live through pageant answers. That's how he succeeds in
Yes,
his business. Nobody's coming to the
yes.
bar to have an authentic relationship with him.
Come
So
on.
he's used to having to have that all the time. And so is Sydney. She was like, so do I. And that commonality is a
Exactly.
really, 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 really beneficial thing for both of them. And I think they
Yep.
are really, really cute together. She
It's so
called
cute.
Dallas her gay husband. Well,
Yeah.
I think Frank looks like Dallas, but just a more masculine version
Without, yes, I've
without
got
all the
that
extra
too.
stuff. They
Without the
look the
extras.
same,
Yeah,
right? So it's
they're
like
the same.
she
Yeah.
has her king and her queen. My
Yeah.
only
Yes.
concern is I wonder if they are aware of how surface they are moving, if that makes sense. How they are
Yes.
still accommodating their intimate relationships with a customer and giving pageant
Mm.
answers. So
Mm-hmm.
that makes me concerned on how long this relationship would last. I don't have any doubt that they're going to end up dating, but I am
Yeah.
concerned about how long they will last,
The longevity.
um,
Yeah.
the longevity of it. But they definitely speak the same language. They definitely
Yes.
understand each other. They look delicious together. The chemistry is
Yes.
there. This
Yep.
light isn't getting any better. I'm starting to look more and more like Hellraiser. Hang on,
It's
please.
okay. Choto mate kudasai. That's just a minute, please, in Japanese, if anybody
Oh,
cares to know.
there we go.
Oh, there we go. He's
I got that one.
back. Yeah, I have to agree with you. And I think that is important for them to consciously be aware of going a little bit deeper and having a discussion between the two of them about how they're going to do that because of the industry that they come from, because they're both good looking, because I don't look through Sydney's Instagram. She's not going to be lacking in any attention, but is Frank going to be able to
Supply it.
get deeper in some of those levels to cover the bases it takes for longevity? And I think that that's something they should discuss.
I think contrary to what some of the girls may think, including your girl, what's her name? The one
Not
that came,
Nadia,
yeah,
Zadia, sorry,
Zadia and
Zadia.
Even Sabrina too. I think contrary to what those both think, I don't like the way they're judging her. I didn't like that at all. The way they
Ooh,
were
it got a little
energy toward
messy.
her.
We might have to pause on the
Bro,
dates and talk about that in a minute. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. I think there's a lot more
Mm,
to her than let's that is led on, and
yes.
the
But I see
attention
that in
she's
her.
seeking, 100%. And I just think the attention she's seeking consciously isn't going to be enough in the long run. And
The attention that Sydney's seeking
I
consciously,
think
just by
the
how,
depth
like
of
the
it,
way she talks or
the
the way she
depth.
looks or what?
All
Mm,
of it. I think all of it. I think Frank will supply that sexual energy, the charisma, and the loving on and all that stuff. But
yes.
I think Sydney is in a transitional space in her life where she's going to realize that that isn't enough anymore, and she needs more depth. And
But you
I
know
don't know if
what?
Frank is capable of giving it at this point in his life. I think he might be a little too occupied with the rest of the things going on, but I also do think he is capable of it in general. So
That's why I want them to talk about it, because remember at the very beginning when Sydney shows up, she said specifically, it's
mhm.
not just on the outside, like it's not just my looks, like I got, whatever on the inside. She spoke about that. So I think she's a little bit more aware. However, being aware of it and integrating it into your beingness so it
Is
shows is
called
two different
maturing.
things.
It's
Yeah, there's
maturing.
more to it. Yeah, there's levels and layers to how that shows up. So I completely agree with you with that. That's why I want them to talk about it, because even yeah, and
The
Frank is a
awareness is
man,
there.
he's not
That's
blind.
the start.
Yeah,
He ain't blind.
yeah, he ain't
And
blind.
Frank,
That girl's a bombshell.
Frank ain't gonna score anything better than that.
She would upgrade it. Thank you. She gonna upgrade his whole existence. Like,
His
hello.
business will do better with her.
Period. They gonna be like, how? How did
they
he,
could be a little power couple if they can,
yes.
enter the depths of
there you go.
complexities that they might not be aware of exist yet. But I think
because
it's going to make someone feel comfortable enough, it's going to be them too to dive in.
Yeah, and because of the industry they're in, they're going to need a solid foundation because she going to continue to get attention. He's going to continue to do his job and have girls at the bar and you know what I'm saying? So they're both going to have to be really rooted. And then, last episode, Frank mentioned him being, hypersexual and all these things, which is fine. But that also means the discipline's going to have to be there, the depth, everything. So that way, he doesn't stray, she doesn't sway, and they don't get jealous of the attention others. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of dynamics there that they're going to have to work on and pay attention to, but I feel like it can be done.
I think she can provide the sexual needs that he needs. I think she's just as sexual as he is. I mean, I've seen the post that you sent me for her flyers. You know what I mean? She's going to continue to put herself out there and make the money she needs to, how she needs to do it.
Correct.
And I think Trump is a secure enough man to be able to handle that. And that's
okay, cool. Then that's
big check off the list, in my opinion.
Huge. Because jealousy and not everybody has it. It doesn't have to play out like that. But their dynamics get interesting when you care. Yeah.
I don't think any of the other guys would be okay with that in this group.
I agree.
I think Frank is okay with it. I think he sees it for what it is because he understands her moves and how she's moving in the same type of business. So,
and he could support her, like, baby, this needs to be done. Go ahead, like, kiss out the door. You do your thing. You do my. I'll see you later tonight.
That works out. I would love that.
Me too. That'd be cute.
And she basically is dating her gay bestie in a more masculine form.
In a masculine sense, yeah, that's so funny. Yeah. I agree.
In a traditional masculine sense. I know that's a touchy subject for the cancel culture right now, who I just think if you're cancel culture, you need therapy. But so I'm just trying to be a little more politically correct.
Yeah.
But I'm not always going to try because I don't believe you need to. So
and I was about to say, you don't have to speak. No. You know what I mean? So moving along, let's talk about
that drama with the girls. So see, here, I want to say this now because I've been dying to say this to you.
Okay, go.
This is the reason why I was cautious about Zadia from the jump. I felt that energy from her.
Yeah.
I felt that she could be that girl. And you know what? She's proven me right. She's not handling herself with as much grace that she could be. It's just what I smelled in the beginning. And it was just, she showed her ass. And I don't know what else was being said. And I don't know what led up to it or what's going on outside the cameras and all that stuff. But it just wasn't done with class. Any of that. I really appreciated the way Aisha said it. She was just being forthright and forward.
Can we just be friends, girl? I really like her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it. Oh my God, there was so much that went on in those spats. So with Zadia, I like her. I still do. I like the way she shows up because I believe she's keeping it real. Now, when it comes to being a woman who's done a particular amount of work on herself, I do believe that there's a level of grace you need to have. Not everything that's said needs to be responded to with like da-da-da. However, in my experience, when they were talking about narrowing it down and she said she had her two or whatever, and I get she was defensive about it sounding like a list. Because she has her own process, and she felt like the way they were making it sound was like she's not doing what she needs to do.
Like that? Why react?
But that's what I'm saying.
That?
When you don't know grace, that's how you react. When you don't have the grace to say within yourself, I know what I'm doing, I know how I'm doing it. They think it's a list. I'm doing my process. Nothing needs to be said. But I just understand. Yeah. I understand it.
You will call me by my name. That's not my.
Now that was rough.
What is all that for?
And then Sydney was like,
that just showed me a lot of insecurity. Showed me a lot of insecurity. It makes me concerned. I think she is a dude's dude, a girl's guy. Like, I don't know if she probably has many girlfriends. It doesn't seem like she could be comfortable from just watching.
She was defensive.
She was really defensive. None of those girls are coming at her, and I'm glad that they all.
And Tasia, I'm not going to hold you. Like, Tasia could absolutely go toe to toe with Zadia. Tasia was like, you don't want to see, you do 100, I'll do 102.
102.
And I believe that. I believe Tasia got sauce.
Someone needs to feel that to realize, like,
Oh,
Someone needs
baby.
to feel the 102 to realize that their 100 is a little too much.
Unnecessary. Yeah.
But that's what I
good.
felt from the jump. That's why I was
You
like,
did.
I
You
don't
did.
know, I
You
don't
did.
know, I don't know. And I was like, okay, cool. And then it was like, there it is, there it is, there it is. But hey,
I'm not going to counter out because, I
no,
think well,
she's gorgeous, she's still
I
great,
love
all
who
those
she is
things. But
still. Yeah. But yes. Yeah.
we've all
I
been there. I've
understand.
reacted
We've all
just like
been
that
there.
many
Yeah.
times,
Yeah.
many times.
Where people are probably going home like, see, I knew she was a little,
Yeah.
and
And they'd be like,
whatever,
you're welcome for showing you. You're welcome. Did you
Yeah.
like the show? It was a good
Right.
one. Wasn't it? You're
Hey,
welcome. Now
was the
have a good
popcorn good? Good night.
Yeah. I'm sure there's extra
So,
salt.
yeah. But you know what, too? I think it's also good to see that side of a person because it's really who they are. And then you can decide how you want to deal with or navigate that. Or again, when you're in a relationship, you've got to give grace. So,
Well, who does Zadia go on dates with?
she went with, who did she go on dates with just for this show?
This show.
It
This
was
one.
Naeem. Right? Yeah, Naeem.
I'm blanking.
I don't really remember her date as much. I am blanking on hers. I remember her purple eyeshadow because it was really pretty. She went with Naeem. I think Naeem showed up well.
Oh,
I don't
and
really.
Walter. No, that was Homegirl.
No, that was Mameen. I only think she went with Naeem. I think we only saw her once
Phil? Did you go
in
on date
this
with Phil?
episode. Phil was Shiloh, Tasia, Aisha.
Okay.
And then I do like Aisha because I don't like the way Camille was mocking Aisha, New York, and trying to be like, trying to make it seem like she didn't know what she was talking about. Oh, well, first it was, give the man room and now it's narrow it down. Da, da, da. When I function like Aisha does, if I am dating a guy, I am going to give him space. I am going to give you space and freedom to show up the way you want to show up. Now, if that rubber band stretches and you find yourself snapping and you gone, cool. Now, if that rubber band stretches, you date the people you're supposed to date and you find it bringing you back to me, cool. But I'm not going to persuade, fight, fuss, pull. I'm not doing none of that. I'm going to give you the room to stretch. This is a dating show. There are other people here. I'm going to express my interest and be available. And then we both have to decide. I could never play it like Camille is playing it and being like, no, I'm here. I'm going to, tell you where I'm at. And you get to decide what you want to do with that. So that's the way I understood it. I don't think it had anything to do with not narrowing it down. I saw them mutually exclusive. So I didn't appreciate Camille for that. I'm like, girl, that's what I'm saying. Understanding and grace, like open up your ears and horizons just a little bit more. And I think you would have more understanding for what people are really saying. That was it on that for me.
Yeah, and I don't think Camilla's really aware of herself, so I would expect nothing less from her. Plain and simple. Yeah. I did, however, think that she deserved an Academy Award for the
all of the
imitation of Aisha, because that was really good.
she was like,
she did a really good
all
job.
The New York, yeah.
She did a really good job imitating Aisha.
She did. She enjoyed it too.
Spot on. She was having a good time.
Oh my God, that was funny.
For that. I was like, okay, yeah, she's definitely an artist.
And the Oscar goes too, yeah.
Yeah. Camille playing Aisha, I was like, Ready to Love.
Right, exactly. And maybe I'm a little biased just because I like Aisha, but I felt like I understood what she was coming from.
100%.
With that,
no, Aisha was, look, in that whole situation, Aisha handled it better than every single one of those women there.
She did.
That's why we love her. She's a queen. She's a queen. She handled that. That was her court. She was a queen. And some of those women were acting like the jokers. And your girl, Nadia, was acting like a princess, a spoiled little princess. And it was just, the rest of it was the court. Sabrina was the other queen visiting from another town, so didn't want to say too much.
Because she didn't say too much, but she was like, let me just not.
Sydney was the other princess, the sweet little princess that all the girls hate because she's pretty and sweet. Who else were we missing? Wow. And then, you had the sorceress, which was, what's her name?
Camille?
No.
Who's the
She's
sorceress?
Camille's the Joker.
Tasia.
No, the sorceress, and I mean this in the best way possible. Like the witch doctor, the one that's just like the Zen one, the one that does all the spells and makes everything good. We love her.
Mumin?
No, the last
Dang,
one.
I'm missing it.
I'm for her name. We're forgetting her name. With the curly hair, she's Mexican
Oh,
and
Shiloh.
Shiloh. Then you have
Oh my
Shiloh as
God. Yes.
the wonderful like
The
Wizard
Alchemizer.
of Oz.
Yeah.
The alchemist. You know?
Yeah.
It was just it was pretty cool to watch. It was fun.
That
I
was
liked it.
fun though. And I didn't, to be honest, I think we needed a little bit of spice in there anyway. So I didn't mind seeing the women kind of, because this
Not
is
in
an
there, but in the
uncomfortable,
show, yes.
yes, just because this is such an insane social experiment. I don't expect it all to look like we're
Mm-mm.
dating and then like nah, like
Impossible.
there's a little
Real
fire
life.
and bite. Yeah, real life. So since we were talking about Camille, oh boy, that was an interesting date. And to be honest, it almost seemed more informative for Cornelius than it even was for Camille. Her friends low key threw her under the bus. Like that's, I don't know. You tell me what you think, because I know her little friend was real happy to see him. He was like, "Oh, what's his name? Daniel? I don't know," but I was like, "Dang, he's gonna
Let
try."
me find his name. I have it up in here somewhere. I didn't write it down, actually.
Oh man, her
Let's
guy
get to
friend.
this is
Yeah.
the one that I've been looking forward to talking about because I just can't hold my tongue anymore.
Talk to me. How are you feeling?
First of all, let's talk about her little gay friend who was twisting his beard the whole time looking at Cornelius. Instead of his hair, he was like, keep him, yes, I love him. I think he's great. You think he's great because you know they're not going to last, because you know your friend's going to walk out on the thing, and you know that he's gay, just like you. Cornelius is a homosexual, people, and I can't. None of y'all see that or know that, but it makes sense that someone like Phil will be the one trying to tie him down because she's that overly powerful woman that wants to control situations to make herself feel better. That she's that woman that'd be like, oh, I know he's gay, I know he don't like, but if I can get him, then I feel satisfied. All the wrong reasons. Look, and I'm not saying this to talk shit on him. I'm saying this because I see him. I used to act that awkward around women when I had to play the game to be this person I want to be. All uncomfortable and like shy and like awkward and weird. He's gay.
Laughing and
you know what? I don't even know if he knows or not. But when he was like, I don't cheat. I never cheated on. No, I never cheated on him. Not with never once with a woman. Well, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
They've never kissed.
But have
you don't have to have sex to you can kiss. Like they've never kissed.
Girl.
And I'm not mad.
I just wonder if he just is unaware of himself because of his family background and the huge component that religious upbringing and being in the South and a black man, all that plays on it. I don't even know if he's aware that he's gay, but I really, Cornelius, highly recommend that you go try to date some men and kiss them and see what happens, and just kind of let go of what your family and everybody else around you in the church is telling you, because I'm 150% sure that you're a homosexual, just like me. Now, don't come on a date with me because I'm not into you like that. That's not my thing. But I'm trying to be nice, because all I want to be is nice by saying this. So don't take offense to this. But if you don't know, but I know other people are calling him out on Twitter and all these other things, and people are seeing it, and it's just so outstanding to me that this grown well, I think some of them said it best. I'm like, oh, I just see him as a friend, and he's a friend. And
yeah,
even
I don't have any romantic. He's like a little brother. Mm-hmm.
Even Camille's friend was like, he's a nice guy.
And you don't even like that.
Guys. She was saying, he's not on your team. Like, I think that's what she was really trying to say. You should have just
like, are you sure about this one?
It's just insane to me that nobody's catching this and seeing this. It's especially this day and age, when you have men who do these TikToks and stuff that you send me that look more feminine that are straight, that look more feminine than women who wear more makeup than you do on camera right now. Look, I am groomed, okay? I have my tinted moisturizer on, got a little concealer on, and I filled in the brows in this. Does it look like I have makeup on?
No, I never would have guessed. Like, not even close.
Like, you look on these things, and these straight men are full out glitzed in glam. So my point is, This day and age, it's really hard to tell with anything, and there's some beauty to it because the lines are being skewed, and that makes for less division, sure. But at the same time, let's just be a little more authentic and real with all of it. Let's still be, you know, genuine, not put on. Does that make sense?
It absolutely makes sense. And
I
this
get it.
is why.
He wants to be an actor, so he's playing the game probably, just like a lot of actors that I know that are gay and they're not out, but they pretend they are because
And they got girlfriends on their arms.
And their ex-boyfriend and I are laughing because we know that's not real. So
that's a cold game, especially, and this is why if I was on the show, I'd be like, Gus, let's go. Like, I need you, because you got to be able to
smell it a mile away. I'm a 40-year-old man who's been gay my whole life. I know what it is. And I'm a man that has driven with his masculinity and tapped into the femininity because I've been raised by women and have women friends.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to slide past me. I'm going to see you too clearly before you see yourself. It's happened over and over and over and over and over again in my life.
So many times.
And a lot of men are with men now because I help them.
So many, like, just accept it, bruh.
Yeah, I get it.
You heard it here first. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
I have to agree with you.
In the industry, they want you to be a certain way. You don't have success unless you play the game. None of that was more important to me than being authentic. I didn't give a fuck about any of that shit. It was more about being authentic. I just watched King Richard last night. Took my mom and I went to go see King Richard.
Yes.
And what I love the most about it is that you see that they told them over and over and over again, Serena and Venus, that what they were and how they were moving would never work. I've always, here you go. You always leave on the good parts. I don't know why it does this every time. Is it a time thing? It's like a 40-minute situation that it's like, let me cut out, make sure you're still on. Let's see. There she is.
Yes, they told her over and over again how it would never work. That's why I heard
last. They said over and over again it wouldn't work. The way that they were going to move, that Richard saw, the vision, hadn't been done before, so it wasn't real. And I've been told that over and over in my life, and I can't wait till my movie comes out and all the adversity that I overcame and I said no to, and I still stuck true to myself and my path pays off in the end. And I say that because whatever you choose to do, it's your life. Live your best life. If you want to
yours
and play the game just to have the fame and fortune, go off. This is your life to live. Do you, boo-boo. Do you. But
Pero
be yourself. Pero, like, is the fame and fortune really worth it? My mom would always be like, yeah, but they're laughing to the bank. Yeah, but the bank's not that fun. There's no fulfillment by going to the bank. Internally. Externally, there might be some laughter when you're putting on a facade. And, it's not everybody's business to know who you are and how you move. I understand that as well. But it's up to you to just move authentically. In my opinion, that's what I believe life to be. And Cornelius, you're going to always be corny to me until you just step up and be a man of who you are. And unfortunately, I think that might be, not unfortunately, fortunately, that might just be why you're not figuring it out. Stop running from yourself, bro. Just be who you are.
And that's such a human thing, but it's also a manly thing because you are very, like, I know there are misconceptions that, well, for some, that gay men are not masculine. Most of the most masculine men I know are gay, manly men. And it's because they own who they are. They protect and are kind to me and honor me as a woman. You show up authentically, and there's all these beautiful things. So when we're talking about take it to the bank, I also watched King Richard. And when you move in who you are, your $3 million Nike contract turns into a $12 million Reebok contract.
And it's not going to be Nike, it's Reebok.
It's going to be Reebok. And that's fine.
Blessings were there in difference. 100%. Keep going with that gut.
Yeah, that was it. Like, it sounded so good, but it's just like authenticity is going to win all the time. So if you think you have to put on a persona in order to make it, you're going to get persona money. You're going to get persona. The stuff that you get is going to reflect a persona, which is fragile to me. It's fragile. And I appreciated that movie, and I appreciate life. And I have a similar thing where I had to stick to my guns when people told me I was crazy, and I was right. You know what I mean? And because of that, my reality is solid. It's real. It's built on a healthy foundation. So I don't ever want to go on national television and present in any way that is not authentic to me, because I don't want the things that come my way not to be authentic and for me. This is my life. And that's just where I'm at with it. because I've been on the other side. Yeah.
Here's the thing. The reason why Cornelius is probably scared to be who he is because society shuns it. And also because the business is
And religion.
And religion. Yeah. And the business and religion is what controls humanity. And the business is based off what humanity gives them. So if you play the game and pretend you're straight, then every single person that thinks being gay is wrong is going to give you money and make you profit. So that's why these people play this game, because it's a business at the end of the day. But what people don't realize is the business model is wrong and it's corrupt. If we keep instilling these ideals and morals in these people, that this separation exists as deeply as it does, we're never going to move forward as a society. And nothing is more important to me personally in life than us moving into a better place as a society, and to stop feeding this illusion, and especially the disillusionment that religion feeds people in this false narrative of what's right and wrong. Because if that didn't exist, everyone would be okay with you being whatever you are and doing your craft, which is fucking acting. I only play leading men because I'm an actor. I'm in tune with what it takes to be that. Why should anything else matter? Why can't you respect that? Why can't you still find me attractive? That's because what society has told you deeply rooted. And that's why I like where we are right now as a consciousness, as in a civilization, is that we're taking the shit out of the soil.
Crumbling.
We're taking
yeah.
stuff and we are letting all of that shit dissolve. And that's why I say this about you, Cornelius, is that you can be a component of that truth and that change if you just keep going on the right direction for yourself. Look, for yourself. You might not be, this is something that I see and a lot of other people see. And, whatever. Not for me to tell you how to live your life. But anyways, going back to the show, yeah.
I can't believe they haven't kissed. I mean, trust me, I understand the no sex before marriage, but that to me helped me. I mean, I understand it, I just understand. But to not kiss, to not have any intimacy.
How much is good throughout the rest of my life? You think the emotional component is going to be enough in this full encompassing experience of which is life, which is sex, which is emotion? That all needs to be had and seen. I think that model should have been disregarded when it was set into place in the early Neanderthal days, because that made sense.
Not early sense Neanderthal.
There you go. The other religious component controlling people's lives. There is the full capability of being sexual, sensual, intellectual, and emotional all in one space and moving forward. They don't have to be separate. One doesn't have to be lacking. One isn't foreign. One isn't right and wrong. They are all the human experience. They're all things that we should be experiencing together. And personally, for me, if that part of the experience isn't there, I'm not encompassing my whole experience into the one delicious thing that I want to have in life. Yeah. So that's my take on it. I understand yours 100%. I understand other people's perspectives.
I just said I understand. I'm not a virgin, so I didn't say, you know what I mean? I subscribe to.
Yes, I understand, but
yeah, I have subscribed to Christianity for what it is, but I'm also evolved enough to have my own. I understand how to pull from Christianity, astrology, Buddhism. I know who I am, and I know my relationship with God really well. Cornelius has been indoctrinated, and I remember, there was a point where I was did the whole celibacy thing and all this. I mean, I would think I went like 5 years or something, just because, and I don't regret it. I think that people should do what works best for them. I think that sexism is the only reason why I understand it and think that there can be, there should be discipline and discussion when it comes to that area is because it is a soul tie. It's very deep. It's very, very all encompassing. It's very combining. And we don't have to say, we don't have to say don't do it because did it, but we also should never downplay its power. And I think when we allow it to be like, oh, we should be do this, do that, it's all good, it is all good. But if you're doing it frivolously because you don't understand its power, you will get burned, you will get hurt. Not everybody can handle that energy. So again, it goes back to you knowing yourself and your own relationship with God, your own discernment, your own trust. Just honor the act for what it is and do your thing. That's it. That's the only reason I say that.
What is it that you want? That's
go with what you
what is it that you want and move forward accordingly. If you want something deeper, if you want something lasting, then you have to know that when you take that step into that space, you have to be ready for what comes next.
You have to be ready.
But just like sex, emotions are the same thing. You know, you can have sex with someone and that can be great, but that emotional component isn't there. There's no moving forward for a future there. And you can
See,
counter
I'm
the
not doing
same
that
thing.
if I, yeah, I don't know.
And you have to be ready for how you move. You have to be aware of what happens with you when you choose to
Yeah.
do certain things.
You
But the
need to be aware of you.
action of it in too much of a one way or the other is going to leave you unbalanced, and you're not
That
going to,
doesn't
if you're
exist.
looking for a
Yeah.
genuine long lasting marriage and partnership and relationship, you know, those factors all need to be tied in together.
Yeah, you got to know yourself. You got to know what you can handle. At the end of the
Or
day,
you can-
if even if you believe in God, if God is within you, then you know best what is for you. So that's what I the rigidity of things does concern me, because if you're saying don't have sex before marriage, and then the other side of it is do whatever you want, people get lost in that. I feel like only because they're not following their own compass. You know, you got to check for your own red flags, your own this and that before you bond with somebody so tightly that, because especially for women, right? Like I do think there's a difference with men and women. Y'all pieces is on the outside, we're on the inside. When you're letting somebody inside, that's different than something that to me that
well,
hangs
I say
outside.
people are people
It's
inside of us as well, so I
well, we
understand.
have yeah, well, we have our wombs are the creator, so it, just understand the power of it and deal with it accordingly to who you are. That's it. There's
That's
no,
it.
I don't, I'm not here to judge nobody on what they want to do. And I
No,
completely
absolutely.
understand it's demonizing sex is not the way ever. That's not so, but
Just
to
makes
not
sense.
kiss,
But to not kiss and then to also be like, I'm waiting to have sex till I'm married. That's such a perfect setup for the whole closeted narrative. I mean, all of it is there.
if
All the
it,
components are
mm,
all there.
mm,
I don't know if he's aware of it or not, but if he's not aware of it, that he is acting as a program.
it
Whew.
is. And
I've been trying to bide
that's
my tongue
touchy. Yeah.
every single episode.
Yeah.
I've been just trying not to, and I just can't anymore.
Cause we had to talk about it. I
It's
was
not
like, he's
vindictive. It's
cute.
not negative. It's not mean. It's just
It's
calling
what
a
you
spade
see.
a spade.
But like if I was with somebody and you could tell he was a player, I'd want you to tell me.
I
So if
would.
you
I
see
would tell you.
somebody and exactly. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with speaking on what you feel like you see. And you're not coming from a completely baseless, place. You have some experience and knowledge. So I can only honor that. Like I'm not mad at it at all. Because if I was on the show, I would need you to tell me, honey.
Oh,
Okay. I need to
Jesus.
know. Yeah, even with his, so who had the conversation with him? Oh, it was Zadia. I don't really like how Cornelius played his almost exit, because I was like, what are you talking about, dude? You up here lying. You act like we ain't been watching the show the whole time. What are you talking about?
The
You've been trying to connect.
denial. The
I can't. That
denial. The
bothered me a lot.
denial.
That
Like even
bothered me.
when he said like, I think I'm doing a great job. You know, I think denial right there. You just showed me that you are in denial.
You
You
are,
just showed me how much
that's
in
what you do.
denial you are. You deny.
That was so frustrating. I'm like, I really got to sit here and have a conversation with you when you're not willing to even look at yourself. And what do you mean you've opened yourself? I can't even think of one person he's had a conversation or date with besides
Um,
Camille. Who did he go
yeah,
out with? Who did he connect with?
nobody, because
Courtney,
he's coming.
barely,
He couldn't.
barely.
His ass. He would show his ass if he went on more than one date. He got lucky to get into that situation. If he's,
You are right.
I'm not. I'm gonna stop.
No, he
I'm gonna
attracted
stop.
that.
I'm gonna stop. I don't want
He
to. I don't want to.
attracted that
I'm not trying to hurt
safety.
nobody. I'm not trying to offend anybody. So I'm gonna stop because
So
I'm not.
basically,
That's not
she's
my
been,
intention.
yeah,
But
yeah. He attracted that, and it did keep him safe for whatever reason. And I'm
and
seeing,
he went under the wing of that little angel to be protected there. Little.
I can't believe he sat up there and was lying like that. Cornelius, what you talking about? You
I can. He's lying about everything. Feels like.
he
I thought
almost
Zadia was a
got
good one
cut.
I thought Zadia was a really good one for him to actually have that with,
Yeah,
because
she's a straight shooter.
yeah, and also I think like every other man on that show that's a straight man, and hey, maybe some are bisexual. I don't know, so I'm not trying to cut anybody out. Okay, my point is every other man has been into Zadia because she's gorgeous. She holds herself very well. She's fun. She embodies what a woman is in many ways.
Yes.
She's still growing into it. Obviously, we talked about how she kind of showed her little girl side a little too much at the end. That's okay. She's human. But my point is that was like the perfect person to bring into him, and he still couldn't connect to her. He
Not even
still couldn't be honest
close.
to her. Like it was
Mm-mm.
just,
It was hard to watch. I was annoyed.
yeah, it's
I
been
was
hard for me to
annoyed.
watch like that this whole time. It's annoying. It's sad. Who else was up?
Well, I would like to see what he does with that information next episode. Is he going to step it up and really pursue and flirt with anybody else, or is he just going to keep playing dumb?
Everybody else talks to him. They all see him. No one's. They're not dumb.
Nobody's talking about him in that room.
Shiloh and trust me, Shiloh knows, and so does who is
Sabrina. Oh wait. Oh
Sabrina knows too. The one that went on Sean, that let Sean go.
Sydney. Wait, Sydney knows, and then who else?
Sydney for
Tasia.
sure. Tasia
Yeah.
was like, word on the street is that Cornelius really just isn't into her. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
he's
know what
not.
the word on the street is. We know what the word on
Yeah,
the street
yeah.
is. Come on.
And it's so
Yeah,
true.
completely.
Like, I don't
But
know.
it's just, that's why I don't know if I can even take Camille serious at this point. I can't tell if she's just an act for the show at this point. Like, I can't tell if she's just been putting on this whole time. You know what I mean? Like, if this is
And
some
even-
kind of.
And then even like you say for TV, we understand that because they want you to like, now don't forget to mention that you run away at the altar, you run away from commitment, you run away from fiance, but that it's just what'd you say?
I loved how her friends put her on
Her
blast.
friends put her on blast, but that just did not serve her case. And I feel like Cornelius was really uncomfortable. It was just, I just can't. One of them got to go, but it's good TV at this point because we're still talking about it. We've been talking about it for 10 minutes. So obviously something is working.
Great TV.
But we see y'all.
What other days did we miss? So Sean
Okay,
and
so
Tasia
what?
got
So
a little bit already.
Mumin and the Dante Walter, I absolutely did not. They sabotaged Mumin with that, and let me tell you why. Walter is a man's man. Don't
That
be
was for
having
TV.
no other man sitting at the
That
table,
was
and
for
I'm
TV.
coming here to. It was for TV, but they sabotaged Walter's interest in Mumin in that moment. He walked out that door so fast when he was done because he don't like that. He already
wasn't-
expressed he didn't like that when Courtney played like that on the date. He don't play that.
Yeah, but he hasn't been into Mumin this whole time as much. He's been doing the show, which is dating, and he appreciates her beauty inside and out.
Absolutely,
But he hasn't
yes.
been into her.
No,
That's been very
not like
apparent.
that. They had fun because I did
Yeah.
like their stop and smell the roses date. I appreciated that.
They can be
But
friends.
They
Sure.
can definitely be friends, but they sabotaged that date. Having two men sit
Had
there,
to.
that wasn't good. That wasn't good.
Yeah, it was awkward. But I do like her. It was Dante, right? She was with.
Yeah, it's Dante.
I think they're cute together.
Yeah, and she's willing to accept his situation, which is great. There's always somebody out there who's open to,
Which I
she
think
likes kids.
she will be for now, and maybe that will keep being the case further down the road. But I do still feel like I think her level of emotional maturity is still growing a lot. I
Yeah.
think she's still on that up and up with understanding the dynamic of herself and what it's like moving forward. She asked when she was talking to him, she's like, because a lot of girls want you, Dante. Like that is a very immature way to bring up the fact, as opposed to Sabrina or even Aisha, the queen, being like,
Right.
so do you want me or what's going on? Because what's happening with this? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that tiptoeing still exists with her, and I get it.
Good observation. Yeah. I don't even have we even seen Dante and Mumin together? I think this is
Is
the
that your
first
mom
time.
stuffing her face, or is that Miley in the back?
Oh, it's my mom. My mom. She's eating the mac and cheese I made on Thanksgiving. She loves it. My mac and cheese was the star of the show.
Is there any left?
Yes, you should come get some. It's so good. I'm proud of myself. Now, I'm gonna give y'all a disclaimer for fun since we're on here talking about it. I had never made homemade mac and cheese before, but I can cook. So they say Thanksgiving is not a day to experiment. But I was like,
Yeah, but
I'm
you
gonna
never
do
go
it
by the
anyway.
rules anyways. You break them.
No, I don't. I break them
point.
every chance I get.
Yeah.
And it ended up, when it smacks.
I can't wait. I'm coming to get some.
Come over. I did that thing.
I'm gonna get some of that.
And there's still so many leftovers. I made a huge pan. Oh, my mac and cheese is hitting. So I'm very proud. Very
Mama
proud.
Is rubbing and
And my mom doesn't eat. She don't eat a lot. And this is her second plate.
The thing
Second
is,
place.
the best part is her whole family. They all look like sisters, so that's why I couldn't tell if it was her mom or her sister.
Exactly.
Her mom
No,
looks the same age as. It's
I
amazing.
love it. My little
I don't know how
mama.
your family hasn't been famous on TV yet. All the
I don't know
talent.
either because it's like
Weird.
Kardashians. Who have you seen? The Alexanders? Like,
Yeah, and have you seen like Real Natural Beauty? But
oh my
yeah,
God, including my
what is
grandmother, 82 years old, looking 60. Like,
she
what?
looks so good. That picture you posted,
She's
so
beat
pretty.
cancer. She's beat stage 4 cancer. She has persevered through things in her childhood that,
Yeah,
okay.
nobody could handle this day and age
Oh my
probably.
God, her marriage, like this woman, and she still glows when she shows up. And she
Mm,
said, we were like, how do you stay looking so young, Grandma? She was like, I think it's because I laugh a lot and keep your face moisturized. I was like, okay,
you were like, let me get the coconut oil. I'll be right
right,
back.
be right back. Like I'm gonna be because she just is, she unfortunately she had like a little accident the other day where she fell and she had to go to the hospital 2 weeks ago. So this woman continues to shine and persevere and love and laugh and glow. And I'm gonna get
She's alive.
emotional. She's an amazing woman. That's my granny. Okay.
She is a queen and she is a woman fully alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so
That's a lesson right
little
there.
little Thanksgiving side note. But yeah, so who else do we need to talk about? Oh, whose friends I appreciated most besides Sabrina's
Ah,
is Tassia's. Tassia's friend. So what's your purpose in life? Yes, you look really good, but what's the substance? I liked that. Her friends, Tassia got some good friends. I really
yes.
appreciated her friends and their questions. And because we didn't talk about Phil with his 3 dates. Phil is the big man on campus, which is probably why I'm attracted to him. I'm always dating the man on campus. He had three
Am I
dates.
here? Can
Okay.
you see me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, were you having a
Sorry.
glitch?
Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Phil, being the man on campus of the show, obviously today with 3 dates. Um,
Sure was.
I did like to see his friends and their questions. They were the kinds of questions that I would want my friends to ask and go there. Because yes, he looks good, but what's the substance? When I know a man's purpose, it helps me see how we can flow. Okay, you're passionate about kids, great. Those types of things. So they nailed that with that.
Look, I'm going to be honest. From the
We
jump,
already know. Go
the
ahead, say it.
last person I expected to be dating everybody and for everyone to like was Phil.
He was
The
so
last
quiet in the
person.
beginning. Yeah.
Just would have never thought. And they always say, watch out for the quiet ones. And he proved that. He has every single woman falling for him.
Checking
And
for
that
him,
is really,
including
really,
me. No,
yeah.
I'm not kidding.
No, we're not kidding. Please,
We're not
please
kidding.
text it. My mom
You know,
even approves, Bill. So just
please.
go ahead and hit
Yeah.
up Jaimi. These girls didn't work out. Yeah, I was so surprised by that. And he handled every single one with such
He did.
grace and intelligence and charisma.
And I think it was wise that he didn't place any woman. No, I have a strong connection. And he wasn't lying. I'm here because I had a strong
Yes,
connection
but
with you.
who do you
A
think
strong
was
connection with you.
who's number one though? Who's number one?
Shiloh.
100%.
Done
I
and
feel bad for
done.
Aisha, but I do
I don't
think
know.
he's a better.
You think she's really so into him that
No,
I don't think
I
I think
think
she'll
him and
be all right.
Shiloh are a good fit.
Him and
Yeah, I
Shiloh.
think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because who else did he go? I don't even know why he went out with Cecilia, but I saw she was aggravated when
Yeah, that was weird. That came out of nowhere.
yeah, so for me it's still Phil and Shiloh. They look good together. They have the most chemistry. I do believe he has something with Aisha, but I don't think it compares to what he has with Shiloh. And Shiloh said she was smitten. You can feel it when a man is there. Like it does. That little end of the date when she was just like, like I was like, ooh, he might have got her. He might have just sealed the deal with that.
I just saw a vision of wedding bells with them. I would not be surprised if they tied them.
I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't work out. Yeah.
Come, Miss Cleo,
So
feel free reading.
call me now. Yeah, and I think, did we cover everybody? I think that was everybody.
Thanks, but I think we did it.
I usually have my notes, but different environment, different mix up here.
Likewise, I did. I had a whole thing on my phone, but they were not organized this time.
Yeah, no, all good. I think we covered everybody. Definitely waiting to see next episode.
Okay, from that preview, what do you think about the preview?
I'm not really remembering.
Does it surprise you what Cornelius's ex-girlfriend looks like?
When I saw that, I immediately thought of what you said because I was like, it just does make it make sense. Beautiful girl, but make it make sense.
Beautiful, but
Make it make sense. It
No, but
doesn't.
it's
Yeah.
literally the play-by-play. It's the play-by-play of the book. Anyways,
No, you're
I'll
right.
see
I'm
that.
not even gonna. Yeah.
Um,
I wasn't surprised. Well, I don't know. I wasn't surprised to see it look like Frank's ex was a white girl. I'm gonna be interested to see how that, what kind of
oh, that doesn't
flavors that
surprise
mix
me
up.
for
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah.
Not for 1 second.
Yeah.
Frank
He
don't
gives me that
discriminate.
vibe.
That's obvious.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet you Frank has dated every color of the rainbow, and good for
Yeah.
him. For sure. But that X
And-
part, that's going to be really exciting. I can't
God,
wait to
that's
see that.
insane. Who else?
And what are they going to do for Walter though? Because she's up here.
Well, but
She's probably backing Sabrina up in the spirit where I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah, and that was
Come
a
on,
really
girl, you
long
can
time
do it.
ago for him. I believe he said that happened in like 2007. So I'm
But he
sure in
hasn't dated
between,
since.
he's got to have somebody from 15 years. I'm hoping there's somebody.
Don't you? I haven't had anybody. So.
Oh, I know. I'm like, who would I have brought on the show?
I'd have nobody. I thought about
Crickets.
that. Like,
yeah, I don't think. And I
have
did.
nobody.
My ex-fiance, no, I wouldn't bring him on the show.
Oh,
I'd probably
that'd
have
be
to
really-
though. That's the only
Yeah,
one.
that's-
And
you
that
love
was
that.
that ended 2007.
And that'd be really good TV.
That would be
Because
good
it'd be
TV.
written all over his face how he's still in love with you and wish he didn't fuck it up. Be good TV.
It's sad. That's hard. And I did see how there was a little bit of spice going on because Phil was all over Shiloh, and Tasia was on the outside feeling like the home wrecker. That's what she said. She was like, I'm just over here like home wrecker, and he's all over there booed up. That's gonna be spicy because Tasia don't play. She's with the 1-2. She gets really irritated. She does not like to be played.
She's not being played. Like, well, where's your self-awareness then? That's kind of what she's been lacking this whole time. That's why she's not ready yet. That's why she could have easily gone home the first episode. She's not ready
Easily.
yet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. In the show, she's not.
Right.
She could have walked outside that show and been like, I get it, I'm ready. But in
Yeah.
this moment that we're witnessing on the show, she ain't ready like she thinks she's ready. That's okay. I thought I was ready many a times. I wasn't ready. It's all good.
And I still feel
That's
like
all
I'm
good.
getting ready. And I tweeted today, the price is going up every day. Every day, Mama's getting more awareness, and like the price is going up every day when you do the work. So I'm okay with where things are and knowing that, okay, I'm getting ready still, And you brought up something good, the awareness. And I think that that's very special to acknowledge, because with Tasia, seeing how Phil is acting, not what he's saying, what he's doing, is something that no matter how much you want a man, you need to understand when you ain't it, boo, and you gotta walk.
And
Start
you
mingling with somebody's
owe
other
it to
men.
yourself.
You
owe it to yourself.
It's
to
self-love.
recognize that.
You have to. Not to get mad, let him do his thing. That's what I think Aisha was talking about, the rubber band. That's where you at.
100%.
Stretch on over
Exactly
there.
what-
That's fine.
Exactly what Aisha was talking about.
I'm not about to get mad about that.
That's how you saw that some of these women don't have that much awareness when it comes to this yet, because they couldn't digest that without being attacked by that information or taking it personal. That's not what it was. It was a matter of fact.
It was a matter of fact.
Go off.
I think this concludes our
We're done.
That was amazing. This was so fun. I love the show.
I'm really enjoying this show a lot.
They're messing around and giving us like personal modalities. I really am gonna have the next guy meet with friends. Like, if you're serious about me, like, this is what we're doing. I'm not playing around anymore. We need to have things in place that make sense for us to grow. And if you're not with that, bye.
Right.
That's it.
Bye.
If it doesn't look right, if it doesn't match up, if the actions ain't actioning, bye. No more time. So I think that this show is giving us a lot of modalities and, things to look at and questions to ask and, things to include in our own personal dating life to get the best results. And I love it.
Isn't it called Lighthouse Productions or something like that?
Lighthearted
Productions.
Productions. They on my radar. You already know this.
Definitely doing what it says.
Yes, absolutely. They're such a great team too. You should look them up online. They have such a great mission and team and have been a part of so many great shows. They're a great production company, of course. And then you add Will Packer and Own. This is a recipe for the good TV that we're enjoying right now. It just is.
It's a recipe for delicious TV.
Oh, so here for it. Thank you. Thank you for showing up like always.
Yeah,
This
this
has been
little flash,
fun.
this light's going, so we got to cut
It's
it out
okay.
now.
Yeah, it's going to be nighttime. It's like 5 p.m.
Halloween
barely.
is over. It's the wrong
Yeah.
setting. It's Christmas.
It's
There's
like,
not
yeah,
enough light.
we'll be back home next week. And yeah, love you. Yeah, right. I got the whole family in the background, Christmas
They
trees,
are living the best
babies.
life.
Yeah,
Mia has
exactly.
been picked up by every single one of them at least once already.
Listen, when I tell you it is work, being an auntie is work. This is a lot of work. I'm
You
about to be going there. They're going to hand me
just-
this baby as soon as I walk in there, like, your turn.
Yeah, just think that's just a tenth of what it is to be actual mother. So good thing you're equipped.
Good thing. And it is going to require work, sacrifices. Why be in the gym all the time? I need to stay healthy and hydrated. I need to be able to continue to, because it's this, with no sleep, no food, no time, no rest, no self-care, no, nothing. Just go. Everything about the baby, go. Like for years. So it's just like, well, damn. I'm going to stay in the bed until I have a baby so I can get my rest now.
Yeah, I believe in you. I
Because
love
I'll
you.
never
Send my
sleep
love to-
again.
No, you're not.
Yes.
So, good thing you've been resting for a while now.
Oh my God. Yes.
The season of rest has done you well.
Hello. Listen.
Prepare for that shit to end sooner than you think.
We'll come over, boo. Come have some mac and cheese when you do. Much love to you. Enjoy. And we'll hop on text later.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.